Lazy LinkedIn selling is dead. Lazy B2B outbound selling is dead. If you're not going after quality over quantity and you're still playing the spray and pray approach game, you are not winning. I saw you got connected with Jarrett through our system and had requested a demo. So I just wanted to come on here as the CEO. My name is Jack Hayes and introduce myself. I saw you were working with law firms providing fractional CMO services. And I got very, very excited because we work with a lot of fractional CMOs that see a lot of great success with this system. And we love targeting law firms because, as you can see, and I'll show you just some of the numbers, they are some of the most active people on the LinkedIn platform. So when there's innovative ways we can help them, I get those people in our pipeline as fast as possible. So a little bit about us. Profit Jack was started about 7 years ago. I've been working with B2B brands ever since then. I started as a sales rep at a bigger company and then worked my way up to be a sales manager, CMO there on my own behalf. And then once they dissolved, I branched off and basically took what the best 20, the 80-20 principle is very alive and well. At that last company, we saw that 20% of our clients were getting 80% of the results. I studied really hard on what they were doing, and then decided to go ahead and take that strategy, add my own personal touch to it, and then a way to amplify it into the system you see here. So we specialize in building pipelines that essentially run while you sleep. Some of our data year to date, I'll just kind of show you, and then I'll get into how we got there before my laptop dies, hopefully. So last year alone in this workspace, sent out about 31,000 connections. We got 34% of those back, and we sent out close to 10,000 messages, with about 26% of those coming back. Now, we do target interested leads. These are people that respond positively to your message, and they end up in a universal inbox. So we can come in here, add as many seats as you like, as many fractional CMOs as you like, and we can get them all targeting different markets they're familiar with. Really, our philosophy is intent-based outreach. Lazy LinkedIn selling is dead. Lazy B2B outbound selling is dead. If you're not going after quality over quantity and you're still playing the spray and pray approach game, you are not winning. We get a lot of the results you see that a lot of results other people do not see because we are so intent focused. So we start with a LinkedIn system. It starts here on Sales Navigator. And from that, we're going to pull your initial leads for a soft touch LinkedIn automation. We send connection requests, and only sometimes with your permission do we send an intent focused message. What we want to see from this LinkedIn data is should we invest in 15,000 emails for? What is going to do the best? What types of clients are working the best with us? Based on this data, we use it as a litmus test, and it flows into the rest of your paid marketing. Now, I was saying we're called Profit Jack for a reason. It's ROI positive, or you have no reason to continue, and oftentimes we'll work for free for a few weeks in order to get you that result. Now, most clients, knock on wood, see results pretty quickly. We do a 2-week warm-up period, still running LinkedIn automation, but we want to warm up those email inboxes. And then based on what we see working well, we flow into a 6-week first month where we get very tangible results on what's going to work within our outbound. So that's it in a nutshell in terms of where we get our data. It's going to be LinkedIn Sales Navigator to start. And then once we know what's working, we're going to do a deeper enrich on tools such as Clay and Apollo, if you want to check those out. We only target active leads on LinkedIn, and I tend to like to target people that are in new leadership of sorts at their company. Obviously, you have a lot of skin in the game, so we can target people who've been at their company 10 years or more. But historically, we're sitting between 3 and 10 years. We want new executives, new people that want to make changes and need your help has kind of been one of the key trigger points. And then anybody who posts on LinkedIn in the last 30 years, that's always a good tell. We go for 28,000 results here in the personal injury world to 2.5 thousand results. That is very important. Now, just some background so you can kind of see we know what we're talking about with this. Some previous companies we've worked with, a lot of marketing agencies, growth studios, a lot of fractionals as well. They're not listed in this sequence. We need to get more of them in here. But just kind of scrolling through here, one of the first companies we tried this LinkedIn litmus test approach with was Agency Philosophy. Got them to the 7 Comic Club within 11 months. They were pretty established at that point. It was a good 30 to 40% increase in overall revenue to get them there. Average about 30,000 in pipeline value that needs to lose 0. And then we have another one with Twist Studio Design. I will attach this and link to this video so you check these out. Don't want to check out any of those in terms of them working. CGI company. Also had a manufacturing consultant, did really well with this. Web design, SEO, a lot of services, frankly, fractional CMOs can bring in. I'm sure you have somebody who just is all about SEO and probably AEO as we get into the AI world. Great one for them to take a look at. So yeah, I'm gonna send this over to you. It's got our delivery protocol in there. Again, everything is intent based. We use the deepest and richest sources possible. in order to find relevant based outreach, and then in order to create relevant based outreach based on what we've seen work on LinkedIn end. And then it's a very simple onboarding process. So our whole process is in here, email and LinkedIn, and then the different things we're going to do on the email side to make sure this is your most engaged and active buying audience. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me or Jarrett a message, frankly, back on LinkedIn. Should be a link up here in the blue bubble. If you want to book a call with me one-on-one, we'll just talk about it more in detail and see what that looks like. But I appreciate